way to Page, Arizona, and we're hoping that it's going to be nice and warm.
Yep.
We'll be finding some fun stuff to do.
Yep.
So we'll catch up with you there. Turning on to Lone Rock Road to where we are going to be doing some dispersed camping on the beach. Slightly nervous about it, but it could be kind of cool. So we'll show the pics as we get in to the area. But apparently here we can park right on the beach. So we'll see how well that goes.
So we are at Lone Rock Campground now. And I'm just taking a little walk here to look at some of the access roads. There are a number of reports of people getting stuck out here, and I don't want to really do that, of course. So we're just going to go down and take a little look here and see how things look. This road here is looking like it'd be pretty decent. Kind of the main road sort of thing coming in and out. There's a fair amount of gravel on it. So I think we'll maybe drive down there, and then we'll scout it out from there. Let's go see what happens. So we've made it here to Lone Rock Campground, and this area was about $14 a night, or was $14 a night, but it's kind of what they refer to as dispersed camping, because you can pretty much park anywhere you want here. So if you look off, you can see there's been people kind of coming and going here, but the closest people are way down there. And on the other end, if you take a pan around here, you can see these people are a really long ways away. So this is fantastic, really quiet and really private here. I can show you a little bit of kind of what really concerned us coming in here is a lot of the reports that I'd read had talked about the sand here, and you can just see how soft that is here and how easy it would be to get stuck here. And that's what we've heard a lot of people has happened to a lot of people as they get stuck. But where we're parked, and this whole big flat area here, for the most part, is pretty hard packed gravel, which is pretty easy to drive in, but there are some areas where there's sand out there, so you really got to watch out so you don't get stuck. We've seen that happen to a few people. And if you look over here, you can see Lone Rock there, and where we're standing here at one point was covered in water as part of the lake. And if you look in the satellite views where we're parked, the water is like right down here from the satellite views, but you can see Lone Rock, which is normally in the water way up to the white lines up there, just about as high as the rocks are back there, but it's way up there is where the water used to be. You can just about walk out. Well, you can. Well, I think you can't quite walk out there because there's a river flowing through over there. But so the water is down. I guess we hear something like 150 to 160 feet, and that's causing quite a problem in the area because they're basically running out of water. So they've got to figure out how to work with that and how to allocate the water. Apparently they've got so much water allocated that there isn't enough water to provide everyone that they promised water to. So there'll have to be some kind of solution to that in the future. But But this is our spot. We got in here without any problems, and we're really liking it. It's really a great place.
So this is the Lake Powell. It's Carl. I think it's the Carl Hayden Dam.
Well,
but
visitor center. I think it's the
Glen Canyon
Dam.
Glen Canyon Dam. I don't know. Anyway, it's what creates Lake Powell, which is do not throw objects from the bridge. See,
it's so restrictive.
I know. We really want to throw some objects. So we're gonna walk across the bridge, so pardon the noise, but you'll be able to see the dam from this side, and then should we come back the other way on the other side? And then you'll see the river, which is cool. So long way down. Here is the other side of the dam, the Colorado River. There it is without the chain link. Tell our friends what we're seeing there, Tom.
It's blowing like crazy. It looks like a winter blizzard, except it's sand.
You can probably hear the wind blowing through that thing.
Yeah. I'm waiting for drifts to start forming.
They're called dunes, babe.
It's a beautiful day here at Lone Rock Campground. I'm wanting to go out hiking, and I'm trying to convince Marquita that we should go. But because it's like a sand blizzard here, she doesn't seem to want to go. I'm not understanding why it is, but she's not interested for some reason. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to figure out something else to do.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, thank you. I forgot. We should have put our costumes on.
I did. I'm going as a retiree. What are you going as?
I'm going as a fifth wheel truck driver.
Truck driver?
Yeah, that's what I guess I'm going with then.
Okay. So, yes. So we are celebrating Halloween as in our real life.
Yes, and celebrating Halloween at the Grand Canyon tonight.
Yes, we are.
Do you think there'll be trick-or-treaters?
I don't know. We better buy some candy. That's not going to be a good idea. So, all right. So we are on our way to the Grand Canyon for 4 days, 3 nights, I think.
4 nights, I think.
Oh, 4 nights.
So
okay.
we're leaving on Thursday.
Today's Sunday.
Yep.
Okay. And we will be having all kinds of adventures, I'm confident.
Yes, I'm sure too.
So, but what I will tell you is that we made a decision. We made a decision.
We did.
Yes.
What was it?
I was going to say, do you know what decision we made?
No, I don't.
We made the decision that I'm not going to document every single hike we do, because we do a lot of hiking, and after a while that might get a little tedious for our audience.
Yes.
Even if they are family and friends,
Yes.
and other people who've stumbled across us by some tragic mistake. But we just decided that we're going to only record the ones that are either like super beautiful or like epic ones like Angel's Landing and stuff like that, which we did in our last video. So we will hit you back up when we get into the Grand Canyon and have something worthy to share. I don't know. Do you think we'll see anything pretty in the Grand Canyon?
I don't know. There's probably something there.
I've heard it's just a big hole.
Yeah, it's a really bad case of erosion.
Yes. Somebody needs to fix that.
Yeah.
All right, so onward and upward, we are on our way. Talk to you soon. So I'm amazed at this place, and well, I haven't taken a lot of video because around every corner it looks like this, and that would just be a lot of video. Suffice it to say, and would you agree, first of all, this is a great time to be here.
It is a fantastic time. It's not too hot. It actually goes back and forth between just a little warm and just a little cool.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people.
I mean, we're on this trail by ourselves. We're on the Rim Trail, on the South Rim Trail between Hopi Overlook and Mojave.
Mojave, yeah. It's
Rest.
on Herman's Rest Road. It's the red line that the only way you can get out here as well, either walk, bike, or ride the shuttle bus.
Shuttle, right.
And so we've ridden the shuttle bus between a few stops. The buses haven't been, overly full, but yeah, they're pretty regular. But there's the trail here that runs between a number of the stops, and
back there.
Yeah, and we're we've seen a few people, but not very many. So it feels like we're out here all alone. It's
fabulous. It's weird to think it's November 2nd, and like Tom said, we kind of vacillate a little between chilly and just right. But I'm not going to take a lot more video because it just looks like this, which is spectacular. But
we're waiting for the sun to get lower. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah. So Tom's going to get some sunset pictures, and we hopefully will be sharing those through some mediums.
And by sunset, we're not talking about having the sun in it.
Right.
We're talking about being lit up by the late evening sun. So.
Yeah. Be cool. Yep. All right. Thanks for joining us. Arizona, because there's a balloon regatta.
I think it said between 7 and 8 they're launching balloons, and we're hoping to be there about 7.
So that's us. We are up and at 'em bright and early.
The balloon regatta.
To Lake Powell.
Lake Powell Balloon Regatta.
Yep.
And we're waiting for them to inflate balloons in the street. And,
kind of like this guy way down there. Okay.
So we're waiting to see what happens.
We're waiting to see what happens. And there's
this one down there
bands and food and stuff like that. But even it's kind of crowded, but not nearly like it would be in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So balloons are starting to inflate. We'll bring you more later.
Well, we're headed towards Lower Antelope Canyon for a tour. There's Upper and Lower Antelope Canyon. Upper is the more trafficked, more expensive tour. So we're opting out for the Lower Antelope Canyon. About half the price of the Upper Canyon, I believe, something in that range. And
do this hike without a Navajo guide.
Or a guide, whatever that is.
Yeah, but it's owned by the Navajo, so I'm expecting it's a Navajo guide. So it's supposed to be beautiful.
Yep.
And we will take lots of pictures.
Yep.
Alrighty then. That's it.
So we just finished the lower Antelope Canyon tour, and it was quite amazing, quite spectacular. The guide told us that the lower canyon is actually a much longer tour than the upper canyon, and it is less money. The lower canyon was absolutely spectacular. We weren't allowed to shoot any video.
Right, so I had to leave the GoPro, and Tom had to leave his tripod, which was probably fine. You couldn't have set it up there.
It went to work.
It was pretty fast. It was a mile round trip, and it took us an hour, but it was pretty fast paced.
But
not
it was
unduly so.
Yeah, it was running and gunning with the camera.
Our tour guide Lamar, and we were at Ken's Antelope Canyon Tours.
Yep, Ken's lower
Canyon,
Antelope,
yeah. And our tour guide was Lamar, and he took pictures on our iPhones for us. So everybody, there was 6 of us in the group, and he would get these perfect spots and did these, pano kind of shots, and he knew how to adjust our phones for the right lighting. It was amazing. Yeah. So I'm going to be posting a bunch of iPhone videos from my phone that I had nothing to do with. Not videos, photos. But he did a fabulous job of taking some just really impressive pictures, both of the canyon but also of us in it. The one sort of drawback was, it's Navajo Nation, and they've been hit very hard with COVID, and so they're very adamant about masking. So we had to mask the whole time, which, I don't care, except that even when we were having pictures of ourselves taken, we had to wear our masks. So
it made smiling easy, though.
Yes, we were able to make whatever face we wanted to. So anyway, it was a well worth it trip, and highly recommend doing the lower Antelope Canyon, and Ken's seemed to be doing just fine. Yep. So anyway, well worth it. You'll see some of Tom's photos, or some of our iPhone photos for that.